On this day in 2002, Celtic beat Blackburn Rovers 1-0 on the road to Seville. There was something very apt about Graham Souness visiting Celtic Park on Halloween in 2002, bringing his Blackburn Rovers side for their second round first leg UEFA Cup tie against Celtic. Souness took over at Championship side Rovers in March 2000 and led them back to the Premiership in his first full season in charge, and they had won the League Cup in February 2002. With players like Brad Friedel, Damien Duff, David Thompson, Tugay Kerimoglu, Andy Cole and Dwight York, they were a formidable proposition and finished in 6th place in the Premiership at the end of season 2002-03. It had been 2 decades since Celtic last made a significant run in Europe, and Blackburn were definite favourites to progress from what was inevitably dubbed a Battle of Britain clash. After failing to qualify for the Champions League against Basel, they had disposed of Lithuanians FK Sūduva in the first round by 10-1 on aggregate, but a much more difficult task awaited them against Blackburn. Celtic lined up Douglas, Agat, Larsson, Baldi, Valharin, Petrov, Lambert, Lennon, Thompson, Larsson, Sutton, subs Gould, Craney, Silla, Guppy, Fernandez, Hartson, Maloney. Souness avoided the jeers and abuse at the beginning of the match, only emerging from the tunnel 30 seconds after kick-off, supposedly having had to use the toilet, but was barracked mercilessly for most of the match. Right from the off, Blackburn dominated possession, and David Thompson fired a shot just wide before Didier Agat stormed to the byline and crossed for Stilian Petrov, whose header was saved brilliantly by Friedel. Thompson and former Rangers player Tugay were pulling the strings for Rovers, and Damien Duff, just returned from injury, looked dangerous any time he was in possession. For all their possession though, they couldn't create many clear-cut chances. Andy Cole came on for Egil Ostenstad at half-time, and the opening stages of the second half followed a similar pattern, although Celtic came more into it as it wore on. Duff was replaced by David Dunn on 67 minutes, and with 15 minutes remaining, John Hartson came on in place of Paul Lambert. The game looked to be fizzling out to a no-scoring draw until, with 5 minutes to go, a John Hartson header from Alan Thompson's corner was blocked on the line by Friedel and Thompson, but it fell into the path of Henrik Larsson to prod it home and set a new record of 22 goals for a Scottish club in European competition. It was a sweet moment for Larsson and the Celtic fans after Souness had suggested in the build-up to the match that Henrik didn't deserve to be considered a top striker. The former Rangers boss couldn't help himself afterwards, his captain Gary Flitcroft telling reporters, "The gaffer said it was men against boys out there." There were plenty of similar comments coming out of the Blackburn camp over the next few days, and Martin O'Neill's team talk before the return leg at Ewood Park was said to be simply, "Men against boys? Go and show them."